5, 4, 3. Hello, and welcome back to our Healing Summit. And I'm Karin Davidson, and I have Dr. Karin Can with me, and she can tell you all about what she has, and the kinds of methods that she uses. But you're going to really enjoy this because you guys know what I do, and those of you who've seen me do the body code, this is plus my own stuff thrown in. This is very similar, and except that it's much more wide range and much more off the charts. So you're going to have a great time learning about this. But welcome, Dr. Karin, and if you would tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. And first of all, happy birthday, Karin. This
Thank
is
you.
so wonderful that, you and your friends arranged this. And I know it does, obviously you have to spend some energy being like alert and awake and, while trying to receive at the same time and technical stuff. So I do appreciate you kind of juggling all those things, which you're very adept at. But I also appreciate that at some point, in our conversation today, we just, wanted to make it really so that you can receive fully,
Yeah, I turn the switch off. Once we start, the switch goes off, and
All
I
right.
become,
Awesome.
receiving.
Awesome. That's great. Well, okay. So I'll just give a little intro to the TOLPAKAN Healing Method. As Karin already knows, I'm also body code and emotion code certified and absolutely love those two modalities. And over time, what I noticed was after I learned about the body code 2.0 and learned about entities, which was brand new in the body code 2.0, I really jumped down into that rabbit hole because it was of great interest to me and I happen to have a really great knack at it and knack for it. And what I found out was there were a lot of other seemingly stranger things that appear to me to help my clients heal. Almost all my clients are what I call highly sensitive people. So they're light workers, or you don't know they're workers. So sometimes we have very interesting issues that crop up, and so I started expanding beyond the body code and emotion code because I was just seeing different things that weren't in there that were pertinent to who I was working with and my own issues as well. So different soul related issues, entity related issues, certain energies that we might, come up with today. And then I actually made some charts to try to communicate to people, so they could do it themselves as well. So it ends up that, in my conversations with source and with the universe, I kind of resisted like having another healing modality. So there's so many healing modalities, they're so great. But I realized after that conversation that number one, not everybody resonates with every single one out there. So some people, they're better suited to certain ones. Other people are better suited to other types of healing modalities that works better for them. And the second thing too was I was told by the universe, this is part of your soul expression. And I think that's, in some ways why we're all here incarnated into a human body, so we can fully experience our soul's evolution in this human body. And so this modality came out of that expression of my soul's, fulfillment in this timeline as well. So the TOLPAKAN Healing Method is basically 3 steps. Number one is aligning with source, which we will do in a moment. I do have a little prayer that we do for sessions. Number two, we do the ask piece of the TOLPAKAN healing. So we align and then we ask specific questions, and you'll see very, very specific questions we're going to ask related to you, Karin. Karin. And then the third thing is going to be activating. So then we're going to do what's called a TOLPAKAN healing directive. We use our voice and our intention and our focus and attention to actually direct healing to whatever it is we want healed. And then we just recheck the results afterwards. So if all goes well, I'm going to share my screen. And so I'll be typing some notes, which I typically do in the 25-minute session. So I'm going to just switch to that now. And hopefully you'll be able to see the screen. I think it's working.
Working?
It's
Yes.
exciting.
We have used this before today, so we know it works.
Okay, great. Yeah, it's more my end I was concerned
Oh, okay.
about, but yeah, all right. So one of the things I want to do first, Karin, is just, have you tell me briefly kind of like where you are right now in terms of your health and well-being. Like what's the latest that you've found out, if there has been something recent in your
There,
doctor visits, what kind of
the
symptoms?
recently, no, because my insurance ran out for a little while, and
Mm.
it is back now. So it was so close to this that it was like 2 days. So I had to wait for this to be able to get some more labs. But my labs have
Ah,
slowly gotten better. I went familiar with the MELD score. Once I was hitting a 24, and then I went down to a 14 and worked my way hard down to a 9. And
Mm,
I don't think I'm even at a 9 anymore. So I'm probably, now of course I don't have the numbers here in front of me to know what it is, but I'm sure I'm lower than a 4. And that's part of what I want to do here, is that taking my lab tests after this. And I want to, since I've been working so hard, and I want this healing summit so I can get to a 0. And the tests never had an actual confirmation that it's cirrhosis.
okay, so you never got a liver biopsy?
Which is funny. No, I haven't even gotten an
Okay.
MRI. What I got is a CT scan.
Okay.
And so I'm hoping they go, whoopsie. That would be nice too, when they see that there's nothing there.
Okay. And
So
so that the number you were talking about, which number was that? Because
the MELD
obviously that's
score,
not your LF. Your what score?
my MELD, that's
Oh, MELD
the
score. Okay.
MELD, what puts you in transplant and how long. It's essentially a score that tells you how long you're going to live. And so the higher you are, the closer you are to the shorter your time of living. So, that's where
Okay.
where they got 3 months of life is where I
Yeah.
was.
Don't you
And
just love that?
that,
Not.
I just, yes. Oh, by the way. And so they gave it to me twice, because when it came down, they said, oh no, you still only have 3 months to live after the first 3 months. And then my score dropped down. They said, well, you're still having you're still, we still need to worry about this, but you can't be on the transplant list anymore because you're too low. And
Mhm.
so that was when I was a 9. So
Okay.
good news, bad news.
Okay. So
So that's what I'm
how about
doing.
the
So I'm trying to
swelling?
get,
How much ascites? It sounds like
oh,
you're
the
sort of
swelling.
less swollen than you.
Yes, certainly. The ascites stopped being very bad when I started. In fact, they took me down off of diuretics to only 2. I take a set, and they had me before at 6. So I'm now at 2, and I'm not feeling a lot of it. I think there was a little time in there that it continued, and that's what's left. And so I got this stuff here, and I would like it to, because I feel like, that I'm in the beginning stages of pregnancy or something.
Mm.
And so my clothes aren't fitting, and it's uncomfortable, and I can't lay on my stomach, and I don't want to go back and get another paracentesis.
Right, right.
And just because
Paracentesis, yeah.
I don't think paracentesis, yeah, one of those where they pull the liquid out.
Yeah.
And because they leave some, because they can't take it all out. And both those other times I had 6 liters taken out, and
Okay.
I know what that looks like and feels like. And this is certainly, there's only, I mean, if this is it, it would maybe be, I would guess it would be 1.5 liter, maybe 2, probably not.
Okay, great. So we're going to ask a lot of different questions around this. I know we've done something before, but we're going to kind of like start from scratch, if you
Sure.
will, on what we would do typically. So I'm going to do our connection and alignment piece first. So I'll do the whole prayer, putting this little healing bubble around us. And anybody that is watching live who would like to also be in that place of stillness and alignment with us, it always helps, because it's like our light radius gets to be amplified, and the healing gets to be amplified. So we can all do this together. So I'm actually going to do a grace point. And what this is it's optional for people that are level 1. They know this one. So if you put your thumb in the middle of the hand, and it's optional for you, Karin, if you'd like to do that. So it's just like an anchor to get us into that stillness point and put that intention in. So I'm going to go ahead and do the prayer. So, dearest divine, creator of all that is, we ask you and our God teams of divine love, light, and truth alignment be supportive for Karin, myself, and everything and everyone involved. We ask for this understanding each of our own individual destiny, that the healing path is not always easy and convenient, and the purpose of our existence is to evolve ourselves and the rest of humanity. As commanded, there can't be a source light of this healing session, and all involved, the guidance we receive is accurate for our benefit without personal attachment or ego. Any negative energy less than 100% divine love, light, and truth be neutralized, dissolved, turned into light, whatever's for the highest and greatest good, and the energetic space filled with the highest vibrations of love. And our burdens be released unless allowed by source, the energy of joy and peace infused in our daily awareness. It's now commanded we're fully connected, aligned 100% to the one and only true source now. That this healing be integrated and grounded quickly with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way for this and all the blessings. We give it thanks and gratitude. So be it. So as I'm talking, as I'm typing, I'm still being in that back, in the back of my awareness of the vibration in my body, because I know that gets us into that stillness place and connects to 0 point, and that always helps, healing, besides the technique we're going to do. So I'm going to do a muscle test, a double check, and actually I probably should drink some water just to make sure I am hydrated for this piece to have the most accuracy as possible. Okay, so I'm doing everything through my hands. The muscle testing. We call it divine muscle testing, because we're questioning the highest source of information. So show me it. Okay. And I'm just going to double check that I'm me. My name is Karin Can. Good. My name is not Karin Can. Okay, good. Okay, we're good to go. Always good to check that. All right. So, all All right, so we're gonna ask some questions. So, and this is where Karen, you get to receive, and you can just interrupt me at any point if I'm going too fast. We're gonna show some pictures as well. Um, okay, so there's a couple of things I had thoughts in mind. I'm gonna ask Source to see whether it's useful or not useful to question those things. So, would it be for the highest degree is good for us to discuss the healing pattern of complex shocks related to this liver issue? Okay, systems check. I'm getting a no. Okay, so we are gonna check how happy the liver is. How about going into the different liver components? I'm getting a yes. Okay. What about the TOPAKAN Healing Empathic Assessment? Like how much is really Karin's in this body and timeline? How much is other people's stuff? Getting a yes for that. Okay, does it matter which order we do these? Okay, I'm getting a no. Okay, so let's start with the empathic assessment. So I'm going to go and show a different screen here. So this is just kind of a protocol. I just want to briefly show this. I'm going to type this out, but basically we're going to check to see what proportion of this constellation of symptoms is related to issues to heal within you in this body and timeline, and how much is related to maybe an alternate version of you or someone that you take care of, like we call them soul destiny partners, or anything else that's happening in the world. And as you know, there's a lot of things happening in the world right now. So we want to see how much of that physical symptom is related to some of these other, things, people, places like that, and sometimes even microorganisms in our body. We should probably check that anyway. All right, so that's kind of what that protocol looks like, but I'm going to actually type it out here so you'll have this document at the end.
Thank
Oops, I need to spell that correctly. Empathic assessment. Okay. So we would like to know for Karin, what percentage of the symptoms, remaining symptoms, the physical symptoms that we see or that she sees and experiences, what proportion of that has to do with issues pertaining to just Karin, this body, and this timeline? 50% or more? 40, 30, 20? Yes, 1, 2, about 20-ish, 20%. Karin's, this body, and timeline. Okay, so we got 80% other alternate timelines, parallel or non-parallel timelines. I'm getting a yes. What percentage of the issues are theirs? 50, 40, 1, 2, 3, about 43-ish% other timelines. Okay, are any of them pertaining to your soul destiny partners that you're responsible for healing? No. How about your alternate soul destiny partners from alternate timeline? I'm getting a no. Mother Earth, I'm getting a yes. What proportion are Mother Earth's issues? 50, 40, 30, 20, 20-ish. Okay, so 20% Mother Earth. Okay. And how many others, aside from what we've written so far, are there that pertain to your symptoms? Anything else? Okay, I'm not getting anything at the moment. Okay, so, all right. So let's see. Hang on, let me just turn that off. That was just in case you needed to get a hold of me.
Sure.
So show me a yes, show me a no, show me yes. Okay. All right, so 20% is your stuff in this body and timeline, and 80% is not. Yes. Okay, and of that 80%, is that 43 of the 80% or 43 of the whole? Okay, 43% of the whole is other timelines. Yes. And 20% Mother Earth. Yes. And how many others is it? Okay, sorry, I missed all of humanity. And what percentage is all of humanity? 40, 30, 20, 19, 18, 70, 16. What's 16% all of humanity? Okay, so 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 97. Me and my mental math here. Sorry, 20, 60, 70, 80, 99. Okay, close enough. All right, close enough. All right, so let's take a look at the stuff that's for your body and timeline. We're going to do how happy and balanced is the liver. So we're going to take an overall liver score. So in this body and timeline, how happy is the overall liver score? 50, 60, 71, 2. Not bad, actually, 72% happy. Okay, we're going to divide it up into physical and energetic. Well, we'll say physical and non-physical. Okay, how happy is the physical liver overall? 50, 60, 70, 80, 71, 2, 3. Okay, yep. And energetic or non-physical, 50, 60, 70, is doing great. So the non-physical would be like the blueprint for the healthy liver. So you do have that blueprint in there, and that blueprint is happy. So that is awesome. Really good to know. Okay, so now we're going to go a little bit into the nitty-gritty here. So there's different parts of the physical liver. So how many different parts of the physical liver are less than 95% happy right now? 1. Okay. Is it the hepatocyte? No, it's not. Is it the biliary channels? Yes, it is. Okay, this is where the doctor hat comes on,
Exactly.
right? Because I know some
Yes.
anatomy. I don't remember all of it, but I only got an 85 in anatomy, not 95. So, so I have to look some stuff up. Okay, so biliary channels. Now, here's the quality question. What is the least, how happy is the least happy biliary channel physically in your body, in this body and timeline? 50, 40, 30, we're going to see what's the least happy. So if we measure again the least happy 70 or 80 or 90, we're happy, right? Because it's improved. So that's why we check what's the least happy. Okay, so we have 30% the least happy. And is any of your non-physical blueprints related to the liver or that system less than 95% happy? No. Okay, so we don't have to check the non-physical, just the physical. So now we have the liver. So let's check the stuff associated with the liver. So we'll go into let's say gallbladder. Okay. So how happy overall is your gallbladder? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 81, 2, 82. Okay. And the least happy part of the gallbladder, 50, 60, 71, 2. Okay, not bad actually. So least happy part of the gallbladder is okay. Now, now some of this other stuff has to relate to other timelines. So we'll have to ask, is it for your highest and greatest good to have some of your physical issues related to your other timelines? I'm getting a yes. And why is that? Is that because you have the opportunity to heal all your timelines? I'm getting a yes. Okay, is it part of your mission to do that? No. Is it part of your soul evolution? No. Is it part of your soul experience? No. Is it part of a collective healing experience in the healing space? Are able to collapse, or sorry, able to heal all timelines simultaneously. So you're of course having that ability as well. So that's part of that. So it is for the highest and greatest good for you to feel some of your alternate stuff, but we're going to deal with it all at once. How about for Mother Earth? Is it for your highest and greatest good to feel what Mother Earth is going through? I'm getting a yes. Okay. Is that part of your soul mission? Yeah. So part of your soul mission, okay, is to feel some of some other stuff. And why is it part of your soul mission? Is it because you get to heal it? Yes. Okay. Any other reason? No. Okay. You get to heal it. So we'll ask what Mother Earth needs you to heal on her behalf. And these will shift and change after we do the healing today. When you do the recheck tomorrow, you may have different answers, right? Because whatever we heal today will be healed. And then it could be, some of your symptoms may be stuff that you were able to clear or were allowed to clear. Okay, so let's see, all of humanity. So all of humanity, I was just listening to Bruce Lipton in one of his Inner Evolution on Gaia. Well, I think season 1, episode 13, the last one anyway, that's available. And he talks about how humans as individuals, like bacteria used to be individuals, but they got smarter by grouping as like a whole organism, like all this bacteria together, as a whole organism become eukaryotic cells, and a whole organism becomes a human. And then the next stage of our evolution is really humanity as a whole, working together as a whole, collectively, cooperatively. And the funny thing is I've been doing over the last couple of weeks these healings on all of humanity when it comes up. So this might be good to have symptoms related to stuff that isn't yours that pertains to all of humanity. Okay, I'm getting a yes again. Okay, and why is it for your highest and greatest good? Is it related to your soul mission? Yes, it is. Okay, because you get to heal it, or some other reason? Nope, you get to heal it. Okay, yeah, so us healers sometimes have those big roles to play. Okay, so you can see that there's only 20% at this moment, like when we first tested, only 20% is your stuff and 80% is other people's stuff. But in your case, it is your role. So what I see for other people sometimes is, 90% or 80% is not their stuff and it's not their role. So if it's not their role, then we got to look at boundaries. We want to look at what's causing them to have symptoms from other appropriate. We can just go, okay, if it's not yours and it is appropriate and you're supposed to do something with it, let's do it now, right? So then you don't have to keep having a symptom from that. Okay, so let's take a look. Does it matter which order we do the healing in? I'm gaining a no. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at, let's start with the bottom, all of humanity. Is it for your highest and greatest good to know what you're healing for all of humanity here in this space? I'm getting a yes. Okay, how many things? One thing. Okay, one of the things in TOLPAKAN Healing I really love asking is how many, because sometimes you don't need to know all the answers, you just have to count. In this case, it's one thing. One thing we need to know. Okay, and does Karin need to know what this is? Yes. Okay, is this in any of the TOLPAKAN Healing guides? Yes. Okay, so these are some guides that we use in TOLPAKAN Healing just to help us with answers, because of course there's thousands of answers, but is it in guide 1, guide 2, or guide 3? Guide 1. Okay, so guide 1 has some of the common answers that that come up. So we're seeing all of humanity as a whole organism right now. So let's take a look. So what are we healing for all of humanity? Is it in column A? No. Column B? No. Column C? Yes. Is it an even row? Yes, it is. Okay. Is it row 2, row 4? I'm getting energetic. Okay. Healing energy production for all of humanity, storage, leaking suckers. Okay. So we're actually going to clear energy suckers from all of humanity. I'm getting a yes.
That'd be nice.
Yes, that would be nice. Do we need to know more? Yes, we do. Okay. Do we need to know who or what is causing the energy suckers? Yes, we do. Okay, here's where we get into, dangerous territory sometimes.
That's fine.
Okay,
Let's go for
so
it.
is this human? No. Is this non-human? Non-human. Okay. Is this spiritual or embodied? Embodied. Okay. So something is sucking energy from all of humanity who is what we would call an alien. Yes. Now, we saying that, I deal with, just like there are good humans, bad humans, if you want to use those judgmental terms, but meaning those are low vibration, higher vibration. Same thing with aliens. We have high vibrational aliens that are colleagues and friends and helpers. And then there are ones that, are in a lower vibration, so they do some stuff that isn't allowed and against the prime directive and didn't ask permission, things like that, or see us as slaves or whatever. So let's take a look. So is it true that some sort of embodied race of non-human beings are energy sucking humanity? Yes. Okay. So are these beings actually physically on Earth? Yes. Are some of them not on Earth? Yes. Okay. Are the ones doing energy sucking both? Oh, do we need to know how to do that? Okay, no. Okay, God team's going to do that probably. Okay, and do we need to know more? Yes, we do. Okay, do we need to know the number? No. Where they're from? Dimension? Okay. Fifth, sixth, seventh dimensional. My body's in seventh dimensional. I get those a lot, probably because I was a seventh dimensional, maybe a different species, but I was in that dimension previously in another life. Do we need to know more? Yes, we do. Okay. Do we need to know the entities involved or if they're attached? Mm-mm. The numbers? Mm-mm. The actual race? Mm-mm. Nope. Whoops. Sorry, I have a thing pop up. Do we need to know why? Okay, why? Okay, so this is just to expand our knowledge and understanding, not just as healers, but as human beings. So we bring the answers with neutrality, or that's ideal, right? So we're just curious. We're just curious. Okay, so what is it we need to know? What does the source want us to know? So we want to know why, or the source wants us to understand why. So why would the seventh dimensionals energy suck humanity? Are we allowed to know? Yes. Okay. Is it for health reasons? Mm-mm. Is it for recreational reasons? Yes, it is. Okay, is it for some other reason other than recreation? No. Okay, so again, there's always that temptation to bring the judgment in there. And Karin, I know you know this, but I'm just telling everyone live here. Let's let go to the judgment. Let's just say, okay, this is what it is. I mean, we have humans here on Earth, right, that do recreational drugs, and we would prefer they did not because they're not necessarily connecting to their soul mission or expressing their soul's purpose, but it happens. So yeah, can this happen in other races? Absolutely. We can't say we're any better, really. I mean, they could maybe do through technology things, greater things than we can, but still, let's go with the judgment. Okay, do we need to know more now? No. Okay, so now we know the why. So is there something that would be for the highest range good for to heal them in this space? I'm getting a no. So do we have permission to heal them? Okay, no, we don't have that permission. Okay, so we delete the energy suckers, and then what? We put some sort of shield in there, or vortex? Okay. um is that an automatic one? Yes. That what, deletes energy suckers? No. Kind of prevents energy suckers of that type from being attached to humanity? Yes. Okay, so we're going to do a big healing today, folks. So what we're doing is we're going to delete and erase the energy suckers. And energy suckers to me kind of look like cords, like kind of like octopus cords. So in this case, it's all of humanity. There's a grouping, almost like humanity is an organism. So we're going to imagine that all the cords just kind of dissolve, the end seal with love. And then we're going to put a nice little vortex around all of humanity so these energy suckers can't ever attach again. So I'm going to go ahead and do that TOLPAKAN Healing Directive right now. And if everyone, if you want to close your eyes and just imagine that as I speak. So it's now commanded that these energy suckers be dissolved and uncreated and the end sealed with love in the highest and best way. Let's go ahead and send love back to those that created them, if allowed by source. And also now download and activate the TOLPAKAN Healing Clearing Vortex for all of humanity, preventing any sort of energy sucking of this type to happen ever again. Are there still energy suckers attached to or affecting humanity at this time? No. Okay, so is there a clearing vortex that auto clears energy suckers or attempts at energy suckers for all of humanity? Okay, I'm getting a yes. Okay, great. Is there anything else we need to do in this space? Okay, I'm getting a no. How are you doing so far, Karin?
Yeah, no, I just felt that one. I felt
Okay,
that one. So yeah, that's good.
so we'll put here just to remind ourselves. Okay, loaded positive decayed vortex, prevent future energy suckers. Okay, because there's energy suckers for individuals. I think this is the first time that I've seen energy suckers on all of humanity, but we're doing a lot of all of humanity stuff lately. So I guess it's not surprising. It's just sort of like, oh, here's the next
Well,
thing.
I'm
For
glad you
example, this
came on
past week.
here so that we could do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, it's super exciting. This past week, I do one every morning and night generally, and it was really interesting because a few days ago, the positive morphic field that I was allowed to download to humanity was "I am accepted." So that was really interesting. And then the negative one, "I'm not accepted," got pulled out of all of humanity. So that's interesting too. Now, it doesn't mean that any individual doesn't still have that, but as a whole, that was really important. Okay, so now let's take a look here. So Mother Earth, do we need to know what you're healing for Mother Earth in this space? I'm getting a no. How many things? One thing. Okay, don't need to know. Okay, so how we do that, and we'll do it on your behalf. So I now command that whatever needs to heal from Mother Earth, that is for Karin's highest and greatest good to be involved in, be healed now with ease, speed, and grace in the highest and best way in all timelines where she exists. Thank you. Okay, let's check. All right, so whatever it is for Mother Earth, do you still need to do that healing? No. Okay, great. And for the collective healing experience, this is our other Again, we like to ask how many things are left to heal related to your other timelines that we can heal right now. Doesn't matter if it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic, dimensional. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 things are getting a no. You don't need to know. Okay, so then we'll do our blanket TOLPAKAN healing directive. We now command these 9 things, whatever they are, be healed for all your alternate timelines in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with ease and grace. Thank you. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, are there any other things we can heal for your alternate timelines right now pertaining to these issues? I'm getting a no. Okay. All right, so that was our TKH empathic assessment. The other part I wanted to check, now would be under physical. This is Germany medicine. Are you familiar with Germany medicine?
Yes, and
Karin, I can't remember.
yes, and Richard was on earlier.
Oh, yes, perfect.
Richard
Yeah.
Fluke,
So we'll
sorry.
take a look at, yes, Richard, I love Richard. Richard's awesome. I'm going to actually take a look at this image here. So for those that aren't familiar with Germany medicine, Dr. Hammer, Richard has since evolved this a lot. Issue, there often is some sort of inflicting conflict or shock at some point in our lives, and I have found out that it can be for multiple lives as well. And the biological system can respond to that. So there's a spot in the brain, and then it connects to a spot in the body. In this case, for you, might be liver or ascites. What I wanted to point out is that there's a phase in which people are not really symptomatic, and then there's a phase after they start healing that's when they start having symptoms. So what I want to question is about where are you in the resolution of this, and if there were any conflict shocks in this or other timelines or hidden ones, how healed are they fully? As you go into this phase here, what they called epileptoid crisis, so I've got to love those words in the old days. The exudation phase is usually where, in your case, you would see ascites, right? So the
Hmm.
fluid would increase during the healing process. Now, it can be so
Right.
crazy, it can be problematic, of course. The abdomen has a lot of space, but I had someone who that happened in her lung and there was no space. So they had to put a drain in because
Yeah.
there's no space for the fluid, right? And then
Hmm.
and then we want to know where you are here. So we want to ask, okay, how many, if any, hidden conflict shocks in this timeline are unresolved related to your symptoms? 0. Okay. So is it completely gone to this end of the spectrum? Yes. Okay. So it's completely gone through the epileptoid crisis? Yes. Okay, great. So how many, if any, alternate timelines, conflict shocks related to these symptoms have not been completely resolved? 0. Okay, good. So they're completely resolved now. Is that true?
Yeah, obviously, I've worked on
Yes.
this on the
Yes.
conflict
All right.
shocks.
Yep. So all conflict shocks resolved fully. Okay.
Okay.
And as of this time, do you have any that are tracking? No. Okay. When was the last time you had tracking? So tracking is sort of like going round and round in circles for people that aren't familiar with the graph. It's kind of going round and round in circles in the last phase and not fully resolving. So when was the last time you had any sort of tracking for this body and timeline or any other bodies in timeline? Okay, less than a day ago. Okay, more than an hour, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 hours ago. Okay, yeah, so you completed that, which is awesome. Yay, awesome, very nice, very, very nice. Okay, so now let's take a look at the liver gallbladder itself. So we want to know how many reasons are there that the liver and gallbladder are not 100% happy, or at least 95% happy consistently? 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 reasons. Okay. And are these reasons in the guides at all? Yes. Okay. Let's take a look. What are they? Are they guide 1? Yes. Guide 2? Guide 3? Okay. I'm getting yes for guide 1. Okay. So let's take a look. What's the first reason? Column A, B, or C? B, even or odd? Odd. 1, 3. Emotional habits, emotional addictions, conflict shock, emotional debris. Emotional debris. Okay. Is this yours? Nope. Is it all of humanity's? Yes, it is. Okay. So all of humanity's emotional debris. Actually, I just cleared some today, but there must be more. All of humanity. Do we need to know more? Nope. We now command that all this emotional debris be completely cleared and healed in the highest and best way. Thank you. Is there an automatic alignment healing bubble that we can give to all of humanity to continuously clear emotional debris? Yes. Are we allowed to download that? Yes. Great. Okay. I didn't ask that this morning. So I call this a AAA, an automatic alignment activator. So to auto heal debris. Okay. Are we allowed to give all of humanity one to heal other types of debris as well? No. Just this one, emotional.
Nice try.
All right, can't hurt desk. Okay.
Yes.
So I now command this automatic alignment activator that auto clears emotional debris from all of humanity from the healing process or any other process. We download and activate all humanity in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with ease and grace. Thank you. So let's check here. Okay, is that AAA now downloaded and activated to all of humanity? Yes. Okay. And does Karin have any left over from this? No, she doesn't. Great. Now, what's the second reason? It's going to again be in guide 1. So column A, B, B, even, odd, odd, 1, 3. Still here. Emotional habits, addictions. Okay. Emotional addictions. It says Karin's. No. Alternate selves. No. Humanities. Humanities as well. Okay. We're doing lots of humanity healing today. Emotional addiction. Okay. And are we allowed to clear this on behalf of Karin and everyone else today? Yes. Okay. So what is humanity's emotional addiction that's coming up for clearing right now? Is the addiction to to feel something? No. To not feel something? No. To be something, not be something, not be something. That's the wording we use. Yes, emotional addiction to not. Now I cleared a bunch already, so let's see what this one is. Not be. Does humanity have an emotional addiction to not be alone? No. Not be right, not be healed, not be free. Whoa, not be free. Okay, there we go. There's a thought I think I cleared previously similarly. I can't be free, but this is an emotional addiction, which is a different frequency or energy. So let me double check. Show me a yes. Good. Show me a no. Good. Is it true that humanity has an emotional addiction to not be free? Yes. And are we allowed to clear this now? Yes. Good. Okay. And now command that this emotional addiction to not be free be cleared, dissolved, and uncreated from all of humanity and all the infiniverse in the highest and best way, all directions of time with ease and grace. Thank you. Okay. So we'll let that settle in. And because you're so sensitive, you'll probably feel something when it clears from all of humanity. All right, let's take a look at the third thing. Okay, column A, B, C, C, even or odd, odd, 1, 3, 5, 5, spiritual, yes. Okay, is this related to a negative chord? Nope, vow, no, oath, yes. A negative oath? Yes. Is this yours? Nope. Is it all of humanities? Yes, it is. Okay, might as well go there first, right? It's not your stuff, okay.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
negative oath, because you know you've worked a lot on your own stuff already, so. Okay, so negative oath, all of humanities, okay. Oath to do something or not do something. Okay, oath not to interfere, lead, be in power. Yes. Not to be in power or not to be empowered. No, not to be in power, as in like being the like a powerful leader kind of thing. Yes. Okay. So there's a negative oath that all of humanity has had at some point in their past to not be in power. Yes. Are we allowed to heal that now? Yes. Do we need to know more? Nope. Okay, let's go ahead and heal that. So it's now commanded that this negative oath for all of humanity not to be in power be dissolved and uncreated with love in the highest and best way, all directions of time, for all the infiniverse with ease, be and grace. Thank you. And we'll let that settle in. Okay. Is there still a negative oath of to not be in power? No. Okay. And this is my double check. How many reasons left are there causing or contributing to Karin's liver, gallbladder, or any of her systems not being happy at this time, or at least 95% happy? I'm getting 0. Okay. So what we're going to do is do a little what we call reboot and reset. Okay. Before we do that, do a little quick measurement here. Of the physical systems in this body and timeline, how many systems are not at least 95% happy right now? 1, 2, 1. Okay. Nervous, digestive. Okay. So it's just the system we're talking about? Yes. Okay. All right. Is it? Oh, that's right. I wanted to actually do one other thing here. So fluid management. How happy is your fluid management system in this body and timeline? 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 6, 7. Pretty good. Okay, we're just double checking that. So bulk water excretion. So this would be the excretion of, in this case, ascites. So how happy and efficient and effective is your bulk water excretion processes in your physical body right now? 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 81. Okay, 81% happy. Okay. And would it be for the highest risk good for us to measure specifically the other water processes in the body? I'm getting a no. Okay. Do we need to know more? Nope. Okay, we now command that all your fluid management, everything inside that fluid management system, including the efficient, maxed out excretion of excess bulk water, be healed in the highest and best way, all directions of time, with ease and grace. Thank you. Okay, you're welcome. Okay, so how happy and maxed out is your bulk water excretion efficiency now? 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 6, 7, 97. Okay, better? Can we get that better today or even higher today? No. Are you processing? Yes. Is something else needs to heal first? No. Okay. All right, so one of the things we check too is your ureters, which it's probably happy, but we'll just double check. How happy is the least happy kidney or ureter in your body in this timeline? 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 6. Good, 96, good, excellent. But we'll do the reboot and reset anyway. So we now command that all parts of you, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic, dimensional, and any other parts we don't know about, be rebooted and reset, revived, renewed, rejuvenated, regenerated, recalibrated, rebalanced, realigned, restored to radiant maximal health and function in the highest and best way, all directions of time with ease and grace. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close the call. It's not command this healing be integrated and grounded with ease, being grace, highest and best way for this and all the blessings. Give your thanks and gratitude. So be it. Amen. Okay, how are you doing?
Very good. It's always nice because I speed through things myself, and I love that, I feel very comfortable here, and I love the way you work. So, and I release things as we go along. So
Yeah, thanks
I
for this
feel really well.
opportunity, and thanks for being live on the call here too, so we can have a little bit of back and forth. And I did spend a little bit more time sort of slowing down some of the explanations because we got into some
Sure.
pretty esoteric stuff.
And I'm glad we could have helped humanity while we're here
Yes,
too.
that's
That's
right.
great.
That's right. That's part of your role. So, yeah. So bless you, Karen. Thanks for this opportunity. I wish you
And
well. I
and
think you look great, by the way.
and Dr. Ken, oh, thank you. Could you just repeat your website for people to find you?
Oh, yeah. The easiest way
Dr.
is actually to get a freebie from me. So I would say if, people that are highly sensitive are most likely people that also like energy healing, things like that. So the one thing I'd love for people to get is my Sensitive Soul Guide. So if you go to sensitivesoulguide.com, it actually helps you like the 3 ways of navigating your way to more peace, positivity, and personal power. And so there's other links in there to free meditations and classes and things like that. So if you go to sensitivesoulguide.com, that's a great way to get a freebie from me and get to know more of what I do. And then there's always my Facebook group as well, the Light Warrior Network. So if you just put Light Warrior Network at the end of Facebook groups, you'll see that, and you can ask to join, and we would love to connect with you there. So thank you, Karen.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Dr. Karen. Appreciate it.
All right, bye everyone. Bye, Karen. Bless you.
Bye bye.